I played a lot of games this year. Good games and crappy games. Most of them are pretty old because I don't want to spend a ton of money on new games. So I'm giving games that came out this year a couple extra points. And at least I was able to occupy myself during the first half of the year, which was very slow and boring. That is if you like good games, because not good games are not fun. I played Hollow Knight this year and enjoyed it, though Metroidvanias are not my thing. City Skylines was a ton of fun that I played, and so was Civ 6. I thought Xenoblade 2 was only good for its combat and story and nothing else. I started playing Undertale again, specifically Genocide. I started that route. And I also began Final Fantasy X. Finally, before we jump into the top 10, some games will not be included as I only have a Switch and a Mac laptop, so many games are inaccessible to me. So games like Sekiro, couldn't play this year, and so on. Anyway, here's what you really came for. I started playing this game many years ago at a friend's house, but I actually got the game this year. And my only file is on co-op with my friends. So this is a new game to me, and I had a ton of fun. At least the co-op part is new. The actual base game isn't anything new. What's nice about this is instead of constantly battling monsters and killing things, you just sit back, farm, fish, or mine, where you also kill monsters. You can date people, marry them, or make a ring and marry your friend in co-op. And then just sit back and relax to the cheery music while catching a fish or something. Most of the RPGs I played this year were fun, though they didn't have very good combat, or they were just bad, not fun. But one game that had good combat, and good characters, and good story, and alright writing was Fire Emblem Three Condos. I loved the story, and the combat was good because there wasn't too much to remember while playing. Promoting people to higher classes was actually the most confusing thing, really. Or just relationships with your students. Somehow teaching was fun as well. And the characters were really interesting, and you could really just get to know them better through like tea or something. And this game just turned Fire Emblem into Persona. Clustertruck is the worst platformer on this list, and it's really good. There's few mistakes because there's so much ludicrous crap that you can do with every power-up, with every single move. The grappling hook is the best because you can grapple the environment and then like land on trucks, or just grapple trucks. Not to mention that hopping on trucks is the greatest idea ever. This game has one major slip up. The level design is pretty good, I'd say, but the 10th level doesn't take all the ideas from the last 9 levels and put them all into one thing, but with a really good design level. I would have made the level design for the 10th level a ton better, but the level designs, as I said, are still pretty good, and the emphasis on movement is what makes it so fun, and I love movement in a platformer. It's Shovel Knight, but with better movement, more width, and it's just a ton more fun. Spectre of Torment's pretty fun too, though. Luigi's Skyscraper 3 is great. The animation is so fluid, so perfect, that I'll never look at another cutscene the same way again. The puzzles are creative and smart, the combat is super satisfying, at least at first, compared to the last few entries in the series where you constantly fight ghosts with occasional puzzles. You instead constantly solve puzzles with occasional ghosts, which is a ton better this time because the combat is actually repetitive and maybe satisfying, but it's still repetitive, which makes the act of killing ghosts that much more rewarding because there aren't that many. And this game includes every man's dream. thousands of dollars. Scary underwater fish game is the best survival game I've ever played, only because it inflicts fear in you, as scary suggests. Everywhere I went, I was terrified of what I could find next, except in the starting area where there's like nothing evil except these like bad boy cows. But once you start to leave the safe place, then you're terrified. And even if there aren't huge threats in your area, the music adds fear. Everything adds fear. The atmosphere. It's terrifying. But gathering materials, building a base, making a submarine, they're all very enticing and accomplishing, which is what kept me coming back. Mario Maker 2 is good. Really good. That's because you never know what you get when you play, unless you play like Endless Easy, where all you find is level made by 7-year-olds. Though I like creating levels more, which to me, the level creator is so much better now. Coming up with an idea, following through with it, and then seeing a good reception of a level is one of the greatest feelings, and I don't think I make bad levels for being 13. Anyway, look at these levels. How about this level, Cat City? Where if you lose the cat suit, you just die. Or how about this guy, 111WFFJD? I can't even say that. It was probably past his bedtime when he made this level, because it's 8:53, probably past his bedtime. And so it starts out as a level, right? There's something going on. It's not very good, but at least there's something. And then it's just this. Look at this. Nothing. Yeah, real good level, my guy. Or how about this level? Yeah, it's really good. There you go, that's the level. That's it, I'm done now. Or how about 3D World 9? I don't know what happened to the other 8, but I guess they just up and disappeared, really? This is basically a whole level, it's just a maze. Or how about BO being cloudlet? Now this is a good level. This is where the game shines. This is how you make the levels good. Watch. That right there, that's a good level. Overview is the best first-person shooter. Compared to Call of Duty, recent Halos, and Egadds, it is the best game. Graphics are great, similar to Egadds. Contrary to COD, it's actually in color, and contrary to Halo and COD, your enemies are visible. I don't know about it being better than Gex, because Gex has all those things, and more, but the game's just fun, and that's all I have to say about it. Celeste is one of the best platformers I've literally ever played. It's got a fair share of challenge, which I enjoy a lot, but it has one hiccup, which is the 8th level, but I won't go into detail about that. What's nice about it is how it's hard, even after you beat it. Like, some of the levels I still can't beat, like, first try. A lot of them, actually. It's a platformer that wanted a story and gave us a story. The level designs are excellent. It's where the game shines. It's the moves you have at your disposal, and the levels that use them so carefully, so perfectly. It's so good, and the ending, which I won't spoil, is beautiful because the sense of accomplishment you gain from getting that ending, it's amazing. Katana Zero is a game that I started playing on January 1st, though I'm putting it on this list because it is too good not to talk about. Even with its occasional gimmick levels, which are very fleshed out and fun, by the way, it knows what it's doing. The final boss is one of the best I've seen in years, with everything you've learned all summing up into one incredible fight. The combat is flashy, satisfying, and allows some crazy ass stuff. The story is kinda confusing, but it's also easy to understand. I don't get how it does that, though it doesn't catch you immediately. It takes a little bit of time for you to get in there. It sets it up. It's so good. The characters are enjoyable or hateable, whichever one they want you to, like, think of them. If they want you to think that they're annoying and they suck, then you think they are annoying and they suck. And if you want them to like, and if you want to like them, then you can like them. Same with your main character, it's the exact same thing, but it's your choice. The writing is really good, the ending's really good. It took me around 7.5 hours to beat it, which is perfect time. And the best part, it's only $15. That right there is a masterpiece for your wallet. Haha, the true game of the year is I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. Now this game